Hey y'all, it is Luca and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back fixing more of EA's ugly homes in The Sims 4. We are back in San Myshuno and we're going to be renovating an apartment today. The apartment we are going to be renovating is 18 Culpepper House. Now, this apartment is very basic. It has some issues that I'm going to talk about, but let's just give you a little tour if you haven't seen it before. There is a little bathroom right here. We've got a little living space, the kitchen with a little table right here, tiny little bar. And then we have this really big bedroom with like a study area, I guess. And that's it. That's really it. Something I did want to mention is that I think a lot of the times back in the day, we always complained about the apartments in San Myshuno being way too big. And yes, I agree. They are too big. They do need to be smaller. However, I think the way that they're built makes them look too big, because why is the bedroom in this apartment almost half of the apartment? Like, that's wild to me. So we are going to be renovating this today. It's going to be a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, cozy little family apartment. And we're going to try to have some 90s kind of nostalgic inspiration. I'm not really going to be super accurate with it, of course, but yeah, let's go ahead. Let's jump on into this renovation. But before we get started, I just want to say a huge thank you to the EA Creator Network for supporting the channel. If you'd like to support the channel, you can use my creator code luccaowens at checkout. Anytime you're purchasing any Sims 4 DLC on the EA app, I receive a small commission based off of that sale. It's a great way to support my channel if you're already purchasing something. There is a little sale going on for September if you want to check out the EA app. And yeah, thank you all so much for using my code, and a big thanks to EA once again for supporting the channel. Before we get started, can we just appreciate this? I wish it was more lively. I wish you could use the front door downstairs. I wish there was more functionality with this, but the vibes are just so immaculate in San Myshuno, especially this area. But let's focus on this apartment. So we're going to turn the grid on. We're going to get our little sledgehammer tool, and we're getting rid of everything as always. Now, I will leave a link in the description down below to a handy dandy little mod that I use specifically for the apartments here in San Myshuno. It basically makes all of these like apartment items movable. So it essentially makes them a custom content item, but it makes them movable so that you can just move them or delete them. And this little historic placard right here, I can just delete it. It's so nice. Such a simple little thing, and it means I can do whatever I want with apartments. Like, look at this. These rooms are just so big. That's one thing about these, apartments in San Myshuno is they're just so big and just they're too open and spacious, which I understand. A lot of the times whenever EA, Maxis, whenever they build a house or an apartment or literally anything, they want it to have enough space to play in and to be functional, because of course back in the day we had a lot of routing issues, so they want to prevent that in The Sims 4. First thing I'm going to do with this floor plan is the bathroom is going to stay in the same spot. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller, just a tile smaller. We don't need that extra tile. And then right here is going to be the primary bedroom, kind of like the parents' bedroom right here. And then right here is going to be like a little, I guess we're going to make it into a kid's room. Thankfully we can move the windows in these apartments nowadays, so we can just scooch that right over. I know it's not going to line up with the apartment downstairs, but we ain't going to look at that. And then right here is going to be where the kitchen is going to be. I'm just going to put a wall right there as well. This is where it gets a little bit weird with the layout, because you can kind of see it just kind of gets cut off weirdly. So I think I'm just going to leave this the way it is, and it is going to be a kind of an open concept living and kitchen and dining space, which is not common for me, but I think for an apartment that's pretty much a little bit more realistic. All right, let me make sure there's enough lights in this place so that we can actually see what we're doing. We'll keep this flooring, I think this very simple wooden flooring, just because it's an apartment. I've always found this to be so annoying with this apartment. For some reason, these two corner tiles refuse, no matter what flooring you place, they refuse to place down correctly. It's so frustrating, and I don't know why it does that. So I think we might try to line these up. We can't do like the whole space. Oh, we can. Oh yeah, there we go. We fixed the issue there. Now for the walls, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those yet. So I'm just gonna get rid of all of that, and let's go ahead and I'm going to place down kind of like placeholder furniture so that we can make sure that the floor plan that I have in my head and all my notes here is definitely going to work, which I already know what refrigerator I'm going to use. It's going to be this one right here. And then the counters, I think I'm just going to go with probably the counters from Parenthood. There's two different ones I could use. There's this base game one, and then there's the one from Parenthood. I mean, personally, I like this one more for what I have in my head today. So let's go ahead and we'll place this down. We're going to do like a little bit of like an L-shaped kitchen space right here, but then I'm also going to place down some like a bar here. Something that always bothers me about some of the older like island counters that came with the base or that came with the Sims 4 is that there is like doors on the side where there's gonna be a seat. That doesn't make sense. Like, why would it be there? It would be on the other side. It would be here where like the proper cabinets are gonna be. So that's something I have to just kind of overlook. But that's like the general layout of the kitchen. And then over here, we're gonna have the living space. I'm not really sure what kind of couch I'm gonna use. I'm thinking for now, I'm just gonna place down these just as placeholders. There's a strong possibility I'm gonna use these because these are of course my favorite couches in the game. And then right here is going to be a little dining space. I thought that was the perfect spot for it because we've got these really pretty bay windows here that, you know, overlooks the city. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you want to like sit here and, you know, have like a dinner here? So I'm going to just put this here. We're going to do like just those as placeholders, I think. And then over here, I think I'm going to put a wall here just to kind of help separate the kitchen just a tiny bit. But then I'm going to actually put a desk space here because there isn't going to be a study here. Maybe the kids' bedroom was going to be, you know, a study beforehand, or it was a study. Something like this. That's a nice layout. There's a lot of space. It still doesn't feel like there's nothing there either, you know. And then I am, of course, going to put in some archways. I've been really just liking these lately. I think what I'm gonna have to do, because I want to do like a little archway here too. Ooh, there's ones that came with Love Struck that are kind of fun, but the colors are a little bit weird to me. That's better. But does that look weird? I mean, I feel like those are nice, but they're kind of small. They make the walls look even taller and more awkward. There isn't an archway that's one tile in size that is a medium wall height as well. So I think I'm just going to, ooh, hold on. These might work. They're a bit taller and a little bit nicer. And I'm going to go with more of like a woody kind of vibe. That's kind of fun. You know, I'm kind of okay with that. In fact, maybe I won't even use that. Maybe we'll just do this. That's nice. Okay. So you got the kitchen, living, dining kind of area figured out. Obviously, I already know the floor plans of the bedroom and the bathroom. We'll get to those. So the living room, I think I'm going to keep these couches. But the flooring in this space isn't really the vibe I want. I kind of want to use this flooring here. It's Victorian Parquet and it's from the Vampire game pack. One of my favorite floorings in the game. It's just so pretty. And like that just is a little warmer and a little bit more colorful looking. The kitchen definitely needs like a fun tile. I really like this one from the base game. I don't know if that's really the vibe I'm going for. Ooh, there is this one from the Growing Together expansion pack. There is some really fun colors in there, but I'm not really sure if I like any of them. There is a perfect shade of green that I really, really like. I think that looks good, but now that I'm looking at these counters, it's not the vibe. It really isn't. The color, I want it to be more richer. We could go with these. I don't think I've really used this swatch either ever or maybe in a really long time. I really like that. The rich, darker wood tones are always my jam, you know? I would like to pick out some nice little chairs. I mean, these ones from Parenthood, They have a matching swatch, but there's just a lot of white. I want there to be some more color with these. There's also this blue cushion. There's one with black on it. I mean, I kind of like the blue. Adds in a little bit of extra, variety and color. What happened to the fridge? It just disappeared. I don't know what happened. I'm going to use this swatch of this fridge because there's little fall leaves on it. It's so cute. I saw something in a Pinterest image that I thought would be really cool to try to replicate here. I'm just going to place down the cabinets like normal anyways to start with, but I would really, really like to do this one idea at least one time. There's like a picture that I found where the cabinets are at like different heights, like random little heights, and like that almost. I don't know if that looks good, honestly. It probably doesn't look very good, but they just had them at different heights, and they had like plants and like decor on top that really made it feel really fun. Maybe I'll do something like that. Keep it very simple in the shape, but put some little plants up there. I do have a mod also, which I'm pretty sure I've linked it in the description, but this mod adds a lot of slots to the tops of cabinets, and it also helps add more slots on tops of these as well. So really, really handy mod. Pretty sure it's by a creator named Brazen Lotus, but yeah, you can see that is such a nice vibe. I feel like it's very dark in this kitchen, and I feel like we need to fix that like ASAP. I think I'm going to use these. I was going to use the boob light, but I kind of like the idea of using these proper, lights that we received. I think we got these in that happy birthday update, and then we can put 3. Ooh, that looks very nice. That lights up the space so well. I guess I'll put a boob light like right here too. I love the boob light. Leave me alone. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to put in the proper, appliances and plumbing and stuff. So I'm going to put in a sink. I'm just going to do a normal sink right there. Across from that, I'm going to do the stove. I was wanting to kind of maybe do like a fun one, but I might just keep it really, really simple. This is an apartment, so I'm going to put like that stove right there. And I do want to put a dishwasher in here. I think I might just tuck it in right here, even though that's right where this archway is. That's a really horrible spot for it. Maybe we can just do like a little one, We've got one of these little ones from the Home Chef Hustle. I mean, that's not a good spot for it. Maybe I can flip these around. That's better. There's more of a triangle there. Is putting a dishwasher right next to the stove like a bad thing? Is that weird? I don't really know, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna go with this color, or maybe just a nice white. Nice clean white. Okay, very cute. Very much so like this space. I like that these cabinets actually are like lifted up. I mean, I kind of just want to do this one. Yeah, we'll just do that one. That's kind of fun. And then I'm just going to add some more clutter up here as well. I feel like some big like stacks of books up here. Those look kind of ridiculous, but from a distance it looks pretty cool. Ooh, we can just put like other random things, They're very eclectic. They collect a lot of things, we'll say. Just literally random things. This is giving 90s kitchen vibes right here, this little kettle. That's very cute. These are things that they don't really use. These are purely for decor. That looks kind of cute up there too. I love that. Yeah, definitely check out the mod. I'll link it down below. I try to build a little bit more eclectic in my apartments in the San Myshuno area, just because I feel like, living in the city, you would have to be a little bit more eclectic probably. Ooh, and then there's this item right here. This is like a little like thing of paintings. We can make it look just right. Does that work? Oh, it floats ever so slightly. That's such a shame. I mean, it kind of doesn't really bother me that I don't see the bottom of the frame there. I'm just going to use that one, I guess. That's kind of a vibe. I personally think we need more plants up here though, for sure. A little itty bitty plant there. Oh, and I love this plant. This one came with Discovery University. Very cute. Yeah, honestly, I love that vibe. It adds a lot of clutter to the kitchen without cluttering up the counters. And then what else can we add in here for some proper appliances? Probably this little drip coffee maker. Honestly, this little pressure cooker would look really cute in here. And I feel like we kind of have to put a microwave. I would love to put this one. So honestly, what we can do is just go into content. I have the Better Build By mod by Twisted Mexi, by the way. We can just click debug, and then we can actually go, there is a second version of these little microwaves here from that restoration kit. And there is another version here that is completely repaired. So you can go ahead and add that into your kitchens. That red is a nice pop. All right, and then I need to pick out some kind of wallpaper. I always like picking the tiling and stuff out after I've placed down some items because it helps me kind of work better. This looks so pretty. I'm obsessed with that. What if the orange looks cute? The orange is very cute, but that red really is doing something for me, and it doesn't look Christmassy. And there is a matching red swatch right here. Do I want to keep the tiles green? I don't know. Let's look at some other colors and see if maybe there's something better. There is a dark blue, which the dark blue is very nice. I kind of really like that. I think we're going to go with that. That's so pretty. I love that combo. I think it's because it's orangey, and orange and blue are complementary colors, but this orange is a bit more red, and then this blue is actually a little like darker and softer. Oh, I adore this kitchen. Do I want to keep the red vibes here? Probably yes. So let's focus on, let's just do this little area here, this little dining space. I kind of just want to do a glass table. I kind of like that. And the wood tone here matches the kitchen pretty well. And then do I use these? I haven't used these in a really long time. These are from the Tiny Living stuff pack. These are very cute. They have some really good swatches too. There is a nice blue. I don't know if that really matches though. Yeah, that doesn't really match the vibes. I do love these chairs though. I definitely want to use them soon. I think just to make sure everything matches, I'm going to use these chairs from Parenthood. And then do I want to go ahead and pick out some kind of desk? I really like this one an awful lot. I kind of like the variety of color there, but we could try to match the color too. But you know, maybe we won't. I am going to move this window down like a notch just so it's centered with that. We need like a bookshelf probably right here. This one from Tiny Living is very cute. Ooh, actually I do like that because it adds a bit of variety in the colors. Part of me even wants to change the colors of the chairs here because I'm actually starting to not like the fact that everything is matching. Like I need at least one more wood tone in here to break up all of the colors. The Tiny Living stuff might actually be the answer because there is that blue right here, but then the wood tone is a little different. I like it. I do. So maybe we'll go back to those Tiny Living chairs, or maybe these. Those are perfection. Wait, that immediately just made me think of Chandler and Friends. Like, I remember there was an episode, it was probably season 1, right? Where he gets trapped in a bank terminal and there's this really beautiful, like, I don't know if she's an actress, a model, whatever, this beautiful woman, and he's like stuck in there with her, and eventually she was like, hey, you want a piece of gum? And he was like, that would be perfection, or something like that. Oh my God. Aren't we all a little bit Chandler? R.I.P. Matthew Perry. You were such a funny, wonderful soul. I want to rewatch Friends. You know, it's been criticized, kind of rightfully so, you know, because it's pretty, you know, we won't get into that, but I do love it for nostalgia purposes. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. These little blue cushions in these little wicker chairs. Can we talk about this combination I have never done before? That's very cute. I kind of want to throw some other colors though. You know, toss in a couple other colors in here. Yellow, orange, red even. Ooh, I like that. That's kind of fun. Okay, I want there to be a nice rug here. I'm really thinking of this one from Laundry Day a lot. Is that working? It kind of is. And I definitely want a different chair. I just kind of plorped that one down. Let's see, what kind of chair? I want something that's kind of fun, you know? Ooh, this one from Life and Death might be perfect because there's a really nice variety of colors. There's a nice dark blue too. I'm here for that. And then I need to find a nice plant for this corner space right here. Ooh, that looks really good right there, actually. Ooh, look at that. There's blue on it. Perfect. I kind of need this wall to be blue now. Like, I don't want to do like this blue. I want it to be like a really dark blue. Such a fun combination. I'm obsessed with that. I think what I actually want to do is use this brick on this wall right here, just because it'll make it feel more like an apartment. Oh, the vibes are immaculate. And then I just need to find a curtain. What kind of curtain? I mean, these from Paranormal might just be perfection. Oh goodness. I mean, that fits pretty well. It's not perfect, but do I use the red? I don't know. There's just something about them that are off. I'm not really loving that, to be honest. Upon second glance, this like default swatch of these from Paranormal are kind of perfect now. Like it's got a little bit of the red, it's got a little bit of the yellow, it's got a little bit of the blue. I don't know why I'm using these like primary colors today. There's just something really nice about them. I just got to place these down to where they at least look somewhat good here. I'm literally just layering them the best that I can. Just don't pay attention to the weird clipping if you see any. And then I think to kind of help with that, I am going to use these little curtain rods from that one kit that I never can remember the name of. That looks nice. And then we can just do the same thing over there on this one. That's very, very nice indeed. Oh, this little red lamp, that's so perfect for adding a pop of color. And I'll add some little books here, and then, you know, ooh, this little crafty organizer thing. Let's see. Ooh, this little color swatch thingy is kind of cute. Maybe they're a designer, you know. I used this chunky computer here. I don't really want to use that one, to be honest. I'm just going to use this simple one. And then do I put a rug here? Maybe like a little rug or something, like this little one. That actually works pretty well. All right, and then I would definitely want to put in some lighting in here. Honestly, I kind of just want to use this same lighting. That's pretty nice. And then maybe we can layer it up here. That's kind of a fun like little light fixture there. I do think I want to add right here where this blank wall is going to be. I'm going to add a spandrel. I'm just going to do the regular wood tone. That's very nice. Part of me actually wants to put it like right there. Actually, that doesn't look bad. It looks like it's attached to the spandreling too. All right, now we got to move on to this living room. Wow, it's so dark. Do we keep the green couches? Part of me says yes, because, you know, we do want to add some color variety in here, but maybe we do one green and one blue, maybe one green and one orange. Maybe we need to throw in a bit of orange in here too, just like an orange pillow there. Actually, the orange would work really well because of all the wood tones, and I definitely want to put this basic like dark blue wall like right here, and then maybe this wall can be like a fun wallpaper. I don't think I've literally ever used this wallpaper right here, but it kind of works with this. What if we did that? Wait a minute. That's so fun. I have literally never used that before. It adds the red, but it's like fun enough to where it doesn't feel anger inducing. Do I want to keep this couch green? Because I definitely want this to stay orange. I like that. Or maybe we should do a different color and then we can add green pillows to it. I mean, both of them even could be orange. Or better yet, we can just do one orange couch so that it's not too matchy, right? And then we can place down some like chairs. Let's see, maybe we can add a love seat here instead. Something that maybe doesn't like match too much either. I weirdly do love that. And I know we have a matching one. Would that be too matchy? Oh, hold the phone. That's honestly such a vibe. And there's like a little bit of that blue right there. And this kind of like is orange, kind of like this wood tone. So yeah, that is definitely a good jumping off point. I just need something else. I would rather it be a couple chairs, honestly. What would be in Monica's apartment and Friends? Or maybe I should put this up against the blue wall. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Ooh, I actually like that more because it helps kind of balance the colors a little bit. And then maybe I should put like, not a green one, but like a wooden one right here. Honestly, I normally don't use that as an interior thing, but that kind of works for me in a small way. Okay, I did a few changes here and I quite like it. I adjusted like the placement of like the brick and stuff here, put some columns, and I really like this actually because it just balances it a little bit more. It was a little too much red for my taste. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add in some bookshelves on either side of this couch here. I'm really tempted to actually just use these same ones once again from the Tiny Living stuff pack. This has actually a little pop of color in it, but I kind of just like the solid one. That's very cute. And then I do need to actually find another love seat or set of chairs or something right here, which we've got the red and the blue kind of, you know, solidified here. So I'm thinking we add some like warmer colors. This like warm orangey color would be nice, but the yellow on it is just throwing me off. Okay, I really like this couch that I chose here. It makes me want to change the swatch. Honestly, the brown right there, that looks really nice. It kind of makes all this work together. And I think what I can do is I can just get these pillows here and then just kind of throw in like maybe like one of them like a couple of them, like just like that. I feel like the blue is a little too much. I feel like maybe we need to add like some orange on it. Yeah, I'm thinking this blue is just a little too intense for my tastes now, at least for this spot. Do I put this coffee table from Get Famous in here? Yes, I love that little pop of this like orangey, like intense wood. It kind of goes with everything in here. And then we just have to find a nice rug. I mean, that can't be too hard. I mean, we have so many in this game. Honestly, that is so nice. That's so perfect for this space. Should I put the TV here? I mean, putting the TV in front of the window is kind of probably sacrilegious to some people. I mean, maybe we can just like flop this over here instead. I'm gonna put more pillows, don't worry. But yeah, put that right there. I might even just use this TV stand because I just like the size and the wood tone on it. And then we'll give them a nice TV right there. I think we should put a plant here in this corner just to fill in the space a little bit. I mean, I really like this one from Cottage Living. I tend to overuse it, but it just fits so well. It always has this weird shading around it though. I think I'll add this fun hanging plant somewhere. Actually, right here would be nice because that could be sort of a separator, not like fully, but it kind of helps like differentiate the space a little bit. Maybe we can put another one just like right here too. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Ooh, and what if we add some really fun lights in here as well? I mean, these are from Businesses and Hobbies, and they're a nice little string light. Let's just see what kind of colors would work. Probably just this one. I don't know, something like that, just to kind of help separate that space just a little bit better. And then maybe we can just put like a really nice big piece of wall art right here. I mean, this one from Get Famous literally is perfect. Oh, that looks so good. And then I'm just gonna add maybe some candles here on this little coffee table, just something like that. A couple little decorative items as well. Ooh, I really like these. These are from Dream Home Decorator. They're kind of big. They're kind of weird. They're kind of, why would I use this? Why would I have this? Not in real life. But for The Sims, it kind of looks cute. Maybe a little plant or something here too would look nice. Ooh, these little flowers might be kind of adorable. A little pop of purple on them. Ooh, there's a little bit of orange there. Sure, that looks kind of cute. And then maybe just add like some more realism. I'm going to add in this little notebook right here from the base game. That just looks kind of nice right there. Oh yeah, I was going to put a plant here. I pretty much forgot that. There is a plant from Businesses and Hobbies that looks kind of nice, but ooh, that one's kind of nice too. Ooh, you know what? Before I do pick out that plant, because I don't know which one to put, I'm going to put a little end table right here. Ooh, we'll use this table here from Get Famous. Honestly, this one might work for us pretty well. I do quite like that actually. It matches the column right here pretty well. And then I just need like a nice little side little lamp here. I mean, this orange lamp kind of is perfect. It just adds that little pop of orange. Okay, this is looking good, but I still need to add in this daggone plant. See, I love this plant. This looks very cute. This looks very perfect for right here. And then it has like a dark color around it. Makes me really sad. At least put it in this corner, and then we can put in a floor lamp maybe right here. This one from Seasons always speaks to me. Ooh, and like this bit of purple kind of works with this pillow right here. And then you see this wood and it kind of matches everything. I quite like that. All right, we just need to pick out some curtains for in here. I kind of want to use a different curtain than what's in here because I feel like that would look kind of strange on a blue wall. Maybe we will just use these from the City Living expansion pack. It just looks so cute. However, I hate how curtains are just so fussy in this. So I'm going to lower this one with the tool mod because it won't let me any other way. That looks a little bit better. And I think I'm just going to literally use that one just because it kind of works with the painting here. It works with the plants. Looking good. I like this space. So yeah, you can kind of see the kind of eclecticness of this space. You know something I didn't do, y'all? I didn't add any clutter into the kitchen. So let's do that before we move on. I had a couple of these. Maybe one of them is, maybe these are coffee. Is that what these are? They're just little canisters. Maybe that's coffee. One's decaf, one's not. We're going to add a little cookie jar right there. I kind of want to put this right here too. That looks super cute. Little mug thingy there. Ooh, but this item here, I always forget about this item. Sink Side Essentials. Literally perfect. It's got a little sponge, a little brush, little, foaming. Maybe one's hand soap, one is dish soap. Put some other little bits and bobs around. Oh, what a good little kit. So fun. Perfect for this build too. Something I forgot to add was also a range hood as well. I kind of want to use this one because it's orangey. There's also this one as well that's brown. I kind of like that more. And then I'm also going to add like a little light just under here so it lights up that little counter space there. There we go. Also, I replaced those weird lights with this. I thought that looks much better. All right, let's work on this silly little hallway. What color should I do? What should I do in here for a hallway? I kind of like this color in here. I don't know. I kind of want to do like a different set of colors. Ooh, this is kind of a fun little cabinet. This is from that one kit. What is this one this time? Casanova Cave. That's kind of a fun little cabinet to put right there. And then maybe we can do a bookshelf next to it. I mean, when in doubt, just put a bookshelf, right? I do that with like what feels like every single one of my builds. This actually fits here kind of perfectly. I don't really know though, because what I'm thinking now is what if we put a dresser here that's supposed to be more like storage for like linens and stuff? This is kind of cute. I feel like I don't need this here if I do that there. That's actually not too bad. And then maybe a little table right here. Not this one, just because I used it already and I don't want to, have any duplicates. Maybe this one, just to kind of bring in some of that quirky, like, kind of color in here. I do like that one, but this purpley one's kind of nice. I think I'm going to go with the red one, though. The red one is a very fun color. Okay, I need to put a mirror above this as well, because I feel like that would be perfect, because it's like, they check themselves out in the mirror before they leave. And this mirror from that Grange mudroom set, kind of perfect, honestly. I kind of want to make these wood tones in here just a little darker and a little richer. I think I want this mirror to be a little different in style. And honestly, I think this wallpaper isn't working for me. Like this paint color, I'm not really a big fan of it. I even like this more. That actually is kind of cool. It's kind of dark and cozy. Ooh, we can even do this brown. Maybe do like brown on the ends here. And then maybe like a really dark, rich brown on these walls here. Weirdly, I kind of love that. It's very nice. It's very chocolatey. Makes this red pop, but I kind of want to do something else with it here. This purple, I just don't like the blue. It's too cool toned. Ooh, this little shelf right here from the base game, it was like from that Pride collection. Kind of the perfect item. That one especially. I really like that. I'm not really sure what to put here. Maybe we can put a lamp here or something. I mean, I use this lamp so much. I think we do need to place like a little runner here as well. Ooh, what about this one? Ooh, that's a fun little pop of color. Nice little bit of orange. I do quite like that. Oh, we're definitely replacing this door. I'm not using that door. I kind of low-key want to use one of these. These are kind of fun, actually. These ones from Seasons. I know it's not realistic to have, like a door that is different from like, because, it's an apartment. Most likely you would have the same door here. No, I do need to figure out another table right here, don't I? Yeah, I do. Honestly, maybe just this one from the base game. This is the one that Peacemaker made for a base game, a little update kind of thing. Ooh, that kind of works. That adds some color in here. I think I'm going to put this rug like this, actually. And then maybe I'll put the shoe rack right here. Yeah, that looks really nice right there. And then I think maybe right here on this wall, we just need to either put like a bookshelf or some like art. Personally, I think I would rather see a bookshelf here just because, I think a bookshelf is the best way to fill in the space. Then again, makes it very, very narrow and tight. So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just do some wall art. Ooh, what about these tarot paintings? These always are so pretty. I really like this one and this one. Those look kind of fun. Why not? Sure. And then I am going to go in and add in some boob lights, of course. Maybe they wouldn't put boob lights in here, but maybe they just couldn't change the lighting. I don't know. Ooh, I should also put some little decorative items right here on top of this. We will use the everyday clutter kit for this. But of course, some little workout gear here as well. Maybe some more workout gear here in the corner. Add a little bit of realism. Maybe this little thing with the keys and the phone. It's actually gonna fit here, I think, pretty well, like right there. And then what else should I put here, to be honest? Maybe just like a little box of things, or actually we should put a lamp. I I think that would look very nice. Part of me wants to put this like ugly little lamp that I don't like, but for some reason it works pretty well. Sure, it's just a hallway. Let's go ahead and move on to this little bathroom here. Why is there a smoke detector in the bathroom? That confuses me, but maybe it's there for a reason. We'll put it back into the kitchen though. So I decided earlier that I wanted to color drench this bathroom because I've noticed that that's kind of a bit of a trend nowadays, is to color drench, because it does look pretty cool actually. I'm thinking we can make this into an orange bathroom. That would be really, really fun. It's going to take a little bit of experimenting though, because I can do like maybe this bright orange tile, and then maybe there's a matching one. Ooh, actually, I had a little bit of a better idea. If I can find like an orange that is like a really nice intense orange just like this, that would be really good, because then I can use those one items that came with, well, there's a couple of them that's like a tile backsplash to put my own tiling in. That was the idea. I don't know if executing it is going to be exactly easy. I mean, that kind of looks good. It's very dark and dingy as always in these little bathrooms. And then we can look in, I'm pretty sure it's in the paintings category, unfortunately. Yeah, there's these right here. This one is from that kitchen clutter kit. I don't, ooh, that doesn't look very good now, does it? That lighting is awful. Maybe we can get by with this. That looks quite nice actually. The shadow issue isn't really like a problem, and then we can just put it on these three walls and then just leave this one blank, just because the door's there and it's going to be kind of awkward to place it down that way. Then we just kind of go in with some pretty normal fixtures, I guess you could call them. You know, maybe this is like a renter friendly way of them fixing up this little bathroom. I like the solid wood one right here, and then we'll put like a little, you know, toilet roll. We'll do like a nicer one. We'll do this one right here. We need a little hand towel. Actually, I kind of want to put this item in here too. I kind of like that for that reason. And then, you know, we can put the little toothbrush, toothpastey kind of moments, some little hand soap. And then I'd like to add a nice little mirror in here. I'm trying to think, what would be a fun mirror that matches this? This one from Dream Home Decorator kind of looks good. There's also the one that came with Tiny Living as well. That matches pretty well. And I kind of want to do a tower shub combo. I'm just gonna not even worry about that. But a shower tub combo, but I feel like the shower would be nice too. This one's kind of cute. I don't really love that being above the toilet, but ours is in real life. So I guess so. Why not? This fits quite well in here. I wonder if there's like a swatch that'll work. No. The pink, no. What about this one from Parenthood? This one's way more likely to work, because I bet you, ooh, that one's kind of fun. I don't know if it really works, but it kind of does. There is some orange on it too. You know what? I think I'm going to go with it. And then I am going to give them a little, you know, what is it called? Towel rack. I like this one just because it has some color on it and it looks more fun. And like the little fixtures, little hanger bits, things there, they match the tones of the wood and stuff. I think a little orange little rug in here would be the perfect little thing to add. I'll just put it like right there. I quite like this. It's very simple, but I think what we also could add is an orange ceiling. I mean, we're going to color drench it, so we might as well make it orange too. Now that's only if I can find something that would work, because there's not exactly a ton of things. I wish we just had like a basic, like solid colored flooring that we could also use for ceilings that was just literally the most basic colors, you know? Like there is this one. I don't know. I feel like this is going to look weird. Let's give it a look here and see. I mean, you can't really see the ceiling. Oh, that's very bright. And I don't know if I like that. That's giving me, ooh, I don't like that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do the ceiling, you know, because that's just a little bit not my favorite thing. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. And then we will add in some proper lighting in here. I kind of want to do some fun lighting. Ooh, this cloud light's cute. This light is always so cute for city living apartments. Maybe I'll do red with it. Maybe this color. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's so nice. Oh, but it's so dark in here now. That's not a good thing. You know what? Just to make it work, I'm going to put this little saucer light kind of clipping into that light there, just so that we have some extra light in the bathroom. Is that a weird little bathroom? It doesn't really match everything in here. Sure. Maybe in order to kind of help it work, we can make this rug blue. Just a little bit of a blue pop of color in there is kind of nice. I think for the kids' room, I want to use this bed just because I like the idea of making it kind of a green and like maybe a yellow kind of theme, or maybe a green and orange, just because I really like that combo personally. Maybe they're really into dinosaurs. I think that might be what they're into, is dinosaurs. Ooh, I kind of like this table here. I normally never use that. Glass in a kid's room, probably not the smartest idea, to be honest with you, but hey, it's The Sims. And then for a dresser, I mean, I could just go with this really simple one, but the colors aren't really what I like for this room. Maybe we go with this one. Is there a matching tone? Not really. I weirdly like this one from Eco Lifestyle. I don't know. I'm trying to, use some different furniture that I don't usually use in my builds in this one because, it's a very eclectic, kind of a little bit funky little place. We do need to put in a proper dinosaur. I wish, we're just going to go with green. I'm not really going to go with a theme. It's just going to be a lot of green. We'll put a little toy box right there. Would this one look better? No, this one's much cuter. I do want to give them a little desk as well. This one's kind of fun, but is that too weird looking? I don't know. I feel like that kind of can work. I kind of like that actually. It adds a little bit of variety in the wood tone. We can maybe even give them like a really like cute little chunky computer here. And then a nice little desk chair here. Does this look cute? Actually, that kind of is similar to this green, so sure. And then we need like a bookshelf, preferably something that has some kind of green element on it. Ooh, this one fits pretty well. It kind of works. And then let's look in the toy section. Golden Ticket Marble Game. Ooh, that's cute. Oh my gosh, these little dragons. So cute. There is a dinosaur too. Maybe we can make like, dragon dinosaur, kind of moment. I don't know. I'm just kind of randomly placing items down. Here's the thing. I just don't like doing kids' rooms. I've noticed they're not my favorite. I don't enjoy doing them because they're just kind of difficult for me. I never really play with kids enough in the game, I guess, so I don't really know what style to go with. That's a really cute little pop of orange. I'm obsessed with that. Maybe we can add some like little dinosaur little motifs and stuff around, and then like a little tree. Ooh, but this tree is really pretty. Oh, that's so cute with the little sloth on it. I'm obsessed. I guess that's really all I want to put in here. And then we need to find like a green rug as well. I mean, this one's kind of a nice rug. It's very simple, but I don't know, I feel like it grounds it very nicely. And then maybe we can just put like a cute little frog rug right there where the chair is. And then for the wallpaper, we obviously need to go with something green as well. I mean, we could go with like a mixture of green paint possibly, or we can go with like a fun wallpaper that would be really good for a kid's room. I kind of like this as an accent wall, and then maybe we can put in something else. Ooh, this is also really fun and quirky. I don't know. I kind of like that wallpaper. I'm trying to experiment today. So maybe we'll use that in combination with a green. I don't hate the dark green as like a main element. That's kind of nice. It's kind of funky. Maybe we do like opposing walls like that. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Kids' rooms stress me out a little bit. Maybe it's because kids stress me out. Maybe that's why I have a hard time doing kids' rooms, because kids themselves stress me out. Ooh, pop of orange. I feel like I'm gonna have 2 pops of orange. We need a third. That wood actually looks way nicer than that. Maybe the chair can be orange. Oh, there we go. That kind of fixed my issue. But the curtains, maybe they can also be orange. I mean, we do have just like the really simple base game ones. We also have the ones like these, which actually look really nice. There's these as well. I kind of like this one more though. It's either that one or we can use this one. That has some weird like fish on it, but I kind of like that just for, the vibes. You know what? Does this room make any sense? Absolutely not. Okay, we're not here to make it make sense. Okay, we're here to make it fun. I think I'm gonna give them a little TV too, so why not? Maybe a TV and maybe like a little games console. We'll give them a little green one, and we'll also give them a little super cube. Sure, that's cute. I actually kind of like this room. I've never done a bedroom like that before. All right, and then the last room is a very lovely little parents' bedroom. The bed is going to go here, I believe. And I want to do something that still kind of works with this kind of color scheme. So I kind of want to do like some blue and like wood tones, but I kind of want to try to make sure to mix it up. Maybe do some green in there too. Not really sure what kind of bed I want to use, to be honest, but I want like a vibrant green or orange or blue. I don't know. You know, I kind of like this bed from Seasons. It's purple, but maybe we can do like purple and like this dark teal kind of color. Maybe something like that. Maybe something a little darker than that, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like that is a nice color combination. And then I think I might use these little side tables from Seasons because I know there's like a nice orangey wood tone. This one works really well. However, it makes this look super faded and like light. So maybe I can like cheese it and just like tuck this into the wall. I mean, it kind of works. It kind of does work. You know what? I'm gonna just go with it. You know, I think it looks kind of cute. And then we do need a nice rug. I kind of want this rug to be like an either orangey or like, I don't know. I just want it to be a fun rug. This one is actually really cool. I think it works pretty well with this like vibe. And ooh, what about this for that? Does that work? Is it a little too bright? I don't know. I kind of like it though. I kind of like this one for the like dresser, and then maybe I can put like a mirror on the wall somewhere. Ooh, what about this one? Maybe this adds a little bit of like privacy with these windows being here. And then I think I'm going to find some nice little bedside tables or bedside lamps for the bedside tables. Ooh, these little lights are kind of cute. I kind of love those. And then what do I want to put here? I was going to put a mirror, but I have this one, so a bookshelf? Why not? Put a bookshelf in every room. It's never going to hurt. Does this one have a fun color on it? It kind of does. It's a little bit bright. The teal is also kind of a vibe. Not gonna lie. And then maybe we can do this like plum color for opposing walls. Or better yet, we'll do plum on these two. Or maybe we'll just do like brown here. I don't know. I kind of like there being like crazy colors. Okay, maybe we do this here. We do this on these two walls, and then just a plum little accent wall to kind of work with the bed a little bit. I think that's kind of neat, kind of nice, kind of cute. And then a little chair would be really nice in here, just as like a little like, you know, laundry chair. You know, I always say a laundry chair. I don't know if that chair really works in here, but I really want to use it. So I think I'm going to use it. And then I'm just going to put a lamp here, I think. That would be a great little filler. Ooh, I feel like we'd have to use this one too. That fits really, really nicely with the colors. And then we just do need to add some like plants and maybe some other decor. I'm going to place this window in the middle because I can. What's a good little accent table to go in here? I feel like this one's kind of cute because it's glass, but it has like a really nice like wood tone there. And then maybe we can add like our usual bits and bobs, you know, or I'll add like a plant, a candle, and like a little decorative little statuette kind of item. Ooh, this is a little extra, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of obsessed with it for this room. I just don't know which color I would want in here. I would really want the pink just because there's like the same thing on the rug, but then the base is a little bit weird, but maybe I can just not worry about that. That's kind of fun. And then I can just put like a little flower plant kind of thing there maybe, or maybe something like that. It's kind of cute. We need a nice little decorative lamp here as well. Honestly, as much as I dislike these, I feel like these are going to look really cute. Yeah, that's kind of cute. It's the same color almost, so that works. And then in the middle, I'll just put like a nice decorative kind of moment. Trying to think what would go well in here. Ooh, this can go right here. That's very cute. Ooh, the purple is a very nice little touch. Maybe I'll use this. I forget which kit this is from. I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really fit. Ooh, that kind of does. You know, it kind of does work because this is like a very soft pink and it kind of works with that. I know what. A little chest. A little chest to go right under there. Something like this one possibly. There's like a kind of tealy blue color. There's like this red color, which actually I kind of like that red color. And then we do need to add in some curtains, of course. I kind of want to look at these ones from the movie Hangout stuff pack just because they are kind of wild in pattern. Those aren't really going to work. Maybe these. Ooh, I think that works really well. We do need some kind of like art like a really big painting above this bed would be so nice. I mean, these are kind of ridiculous. I'm not going to pull out the the cursed one. I want to use one of these, but the colors just aren't quite right. This one's probably the closest. I can see it working, actually. That looks pretty nice. And then maybe another plant over here in the corner. Maybe something like this one. Ooh, it kind of clips a little bit, but maybe we can just ignore that. Something like that, maybe? We'll just move this down a little bit. That does help a lot, actually. Okay. This is a vibe. It's a little bit tight right here, so maybe I'll just scooch this over just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's a very tight little corner for the entrance, so yeah, just we won't like pay attention to too much to that. That's a little bit better. I'm gonna add a little like robe here, like on the wall. Maybe this purple. That's kind of cute. And then we just need to add in some lights, and then we are basically finished. Actually, I'm gonna add this in here because that's a very fun light for this. There's a purple. There's also this color, which actually looks quite nice in here, to be honest. Now that I've decorated these rooms, there's a bit more greens and purpley kind of colors, and this room is a bit more red and blue and gold. Part of me wants to make some changes, but just kind of adjust some wall color. Like I kind of like the idea of this plum being in the living room. That kind of just warms it up a little bit. I'm thinking on the walls where the blue is, that purple should be, just because I feel like it helps the whole apartment feel a little bit more cohesive. And same thing as well as this room here. Instead of the brown, we'll do this kind of plum purple color. And this rug, I think, will also make it a different color as well. Maybe this purple. Okay, that does a lot for me. And then do we want to change this tiling to a purple if there is one? No, but there is that green again. And that green is kind of doing something for me. You know, this tiling is kind of extra, but like, isn't it kind of cool? I know this is technically carpet. Please yell at me in the comments. I know, but let's just pretend that this is like a purple concrete or something, because that does something for me. And I hate to say it, but it's just the lack of a purple tile. I think that really does something for me. And I can even change like these pillows to maybe purple. That's kind of fun. Oh, yes. And maybe this can be like a nice purpley color too. I feel like that helps so much. And I think that's actually all I want to do change wise. All right, y'all. So this is the apartment. Before, this apartment was really sad, kind of dark, kind of too bright, kind of weird, very big rooms. But now we have 2 bedrooms instead of 1. And we have a nice spacious kitchen as well. So here is the kitchen. I am absolutely obsessed with this kitchen. I love the clutter on top of the cabinets. It's so nice. Once again, check out the description for that mod link. Honestly, a nice, simple and clean little dining / office area. Ooh, I need to fix those pillows. I'm just not realizing. Girl, we gotta fix these pillows. That looks real bad. I almost wish these pillows, I wish they were tilted back just a little bit. Here is the living room. I really love this living room. I like the purple addition. That really helped it a lot. Hallway is it's a hallway. It's kind of dark and gloomy, but I kind of don't mind it. Kids' bedroom looks really cute. It's kind of weird. It's kind of wacky, but I kind of like it. It's a little different. And then this is the parents' bedroom. I'm kind of obsessed with this bedroom. I really love this color scheme of like the dark green, the teal, the dark blue, the gold, the purples, like just a little bit of everything. It all goes together pretty well, I think. And yeah, here is the floor plan. I hope y'all enjoyed today's little renovation. Do let me know in the comments down below which house or apartment I should renovate next, especially if you notice one of them being particularly ugly. Ugly is a strong word, but you know what I mean. I just want to say a huge thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. Thank you all so much for your support. If you would like to become a YouTube member, it would actually help me out a lot. I am going to be doing some members exclusive videos. I'm going to be doing some save file planning and like some other kind of brainstorming kind of videos. So keep an eye out for those. You also get early access to all of my videos. So as soon as I upload a video, you're going to see it. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Do let me know in the comments. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, y'all.